اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك.
National Hajj Commission has made the necessary for your comfort.
The preparation is very good.
I'm very happy, extremely happy, because this is my first time.
And I prepare to follow the rules and regulations given to me.
اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك له. لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك لبيك الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك لبيك اللهم لبيك.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuhu. Glad to be with you once again on the program as you answer the call. I am Rashida Abubakar, your regular anchor. Nice to have you join us on another edition. Tonight, we shall tell the story of how the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, NAHCON, transited from preparing for the 2023 Hajj to the commencement of airlift operations of Nigerian pilgrims to Saudi Arabia. In our spotlight segment, we will have details of the inaugural flight with pilgrims from Nasarawa State making the first batch. Also in the program is making the Hajj, and the discussion tonight is on what pilgrims are expected to do while in Medina as the first port of call for Nigerian pilgrims arriving in the Holy Land for the Hajj. The package has other regular segments such as NAHCON News Diary, which highlights the activities of NAHCON and other stakeholders in the Hajj industry. Stay with us for this and more.
لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك.
Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. As usual, we'll begin the program with the News Diary. Topping the lineup, NAHCON Advanced Team ready to receive pilgrims. Plus, NAHCON and Saudi Ministry for Hajj and Umrah organized workshop for Hajj managers in Abuja. These are more shortly.
The NAHCON Advanced Team for the 2023 Hajj is set to start welcoming Nigerian pilgrims in Saudi Arabia. The team departed last Sunday, the 21st of May 2023, and while addressing members before leaving, NAHCON Chairman Alhaji Zikrullah Kulle Hassan urged them to discharge their duties diligently.
This current advanced team includes staff of the National Hajj Commission, member of the various committee including Medina coordinator, medical committee, passport management committee and security committee. And I'm sure all the members who are on the advanced team are very clear of their brief. And I'm assuring all of us on their behalf that they will discharge all their duties very well.
Those who spoke on behalf of the team assured NAHCON of their readiness for better service delivery to Nigerian pilgrims. The advanced team comprises members from different committees such as accommodation, feeding, medical, among others. In another development, the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, NAHCON, and the Saudi Ministry of Hajj and Umrah recently organized a one-day workshop for Hajj managers with the theme Training and Capacity Building for Group Leaders in Hajj. Participants at the workshop were drawn from NAHCON, states, pilgrims' welfare boards, agencies and commissions, as well as members of the Association of Hajj and Umrah Operators of Nigeria, among others. Resource persons from Nigeria and Saudi Arabia made presentations on the following subject matters: crowd control and management, leading a team of pilgrims, effective communication, emotional intelligence, and many more. Speaking earlier, NAHCON Chairman Alhaji Zikrullah Kulle Hassan gave insights on the workshop.
In line with the Vision 2030 of the government of Saudi Arabia, the Ministry of Hajj and Umrah, which is mandated to restructure its operations, to align with the aims and objectives of the government as regard to the vision by making Hajj and Umrah exercises more educative with more comfort to the pilgrims. They find it therefore necessary to do enlightenment program through training of Hajj officials and other stakeholders in Hajj and Umrah industry.
While highlighting the objectives of the training, the NAHCON Chief Executive Officer said recognizing the importance of capacity building spurred the Commission to establish the Hajj Institute of Nigeria. In his remarks, the leader of the Saudi delegation and Director General at the Saudi Ministry for Hajj and Umrah, Dr. Badr Muhammad, shed more light on the rationale behind the training.
And we decided the first country in Africa we have to do that training is Nigeria, for so many reasons. Nigeria is one of the best, according to my review of the countries, one of the best well-organized group that comes to the Hajj. So we want to maintain that. So we want to establish a successful story.
Dr. Badr said Nigeria has become a role model on how a Hajj system works, noting that the ministry is also making efforts to educate pilgrims about services rendered to people performing the Hajj. At the end of the training, participants were presented with certificates of attendance. Still on the 2023 Hajj exercise, the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, NAHCON, has constituted the national media team. NAHCON Chairman Alhaji Zikirullah Kulli Hassan unveiled the team on Thursday, the 18th of May 2023 at the conference hall of the Hajj House. Speaking at the ceremony, the NAHCON boss called on members to discharge their duties professionally, saying the media is very strategic for the success of Hajj operations and national development.
The role of the media and its importance can no doubt be underestimated. We know very well that the media is a tool of information and education. We also know that it's a tool to forge cooperation and it's very critical to national unity. The way you manage the information available to you may make or mar our unity. I need to remind you that the reason why the national media team of the National Hajj Commission was conceived was not to enhance and build the unity of purpose. For us today, or from now on, you are a strategic partner as far as 2023 Hajj is concerned. You are a major stakeholder. After today, you cease being our guest. Rather, please regard yourself as an important strategic partner.
The NAHCON chairman spoke further.
As our partner, we do not require you to pre-sing. We are not after pre-singing. But your support and cooperation counts. We can't be everywhere. Sometimes when you noticed that there's a delay in delivery of service, please call our attention to it as our partner.
Also speaking at the ceremony, NAHCON Commissioner of Policy, Personnel Management and Finance, Alhaji Noor Hassan Yakasai, said one of the objectives of forming the national media team is to give its members the opportunity to have first-hand information.
If you are just tuning in, the program is As You Answer the Call, sponsored by the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, NAHCON, to keep you informed about the activities of the Commission and other Hajj-related matters. The ceremony for the inaugural flight, which took place in Abuja precisely on Thursday, the 25th of May 2023, marked the commencement of the airlifting operations across the country for this year's Hajj. For details about the ceremony, stay tuned for the next segment, Spotlight. Don't go away.
لبيك لبيك اللهم لبيك 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 اللهم لبيك 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 اللهم لبيك.
This is the Hajj terminal of the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja. It is the venue where the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, NAHCON, flagged off the airlift operations of Nigerian pilgrims performing the 2023 Hajj. The inaugural flight took place on Thursday, the 25th of May 2023, with nearly 500 pilgrims from Nasarawa State. In keeping with international travel requirements, the intending pilgrims went through routine checks to ensure that travel documents are in order and prohibited items not allowed on board. At a ceremony before the departure of the pilgrims, President Muhammadu Buhari, who was represented by the Minister of State for Foreign Affairs, Ambassador Zubairu Dada, appreciated NAHCON officials for discharging their responsibility diligently.
The Hajj Commission, as presently constituted, is doing a very wonderful job. And the President very much appreciates the much that you have done since you came on board, because he's able to see the purposefulness in all the arrangements that you've been making and that you have made so far until now. He has therefore asked me to appeal to you to continue to be sure that you do not relent. It's not just enough that we are flagging off the exercise, but that you should maintain the momentum.
President Buhari has also called on the Hajj managers to double their efforts to ensure the success of the 2023 Hajj.
And this is where your role as members of this commission comes in very, very important. Because what it means is that the entire lives of these human beings, fellow Nigerians like you, have been entrusted in your hands. And therefore he charges you to take this responsibility with all the seriousness that it deserves. And that is exactly why he has given you all the support that you've asked for in order to ensure that you have very smooth operations. He is happy also to have had, or to hear actually, that all the agencies of government have equally given you all the cooperation that you need to enable you to succeed.
The President thanked all stakeholders for their role in making the occasion possible, noting that with the support from government, there is no room for failure. He then urged the intending pilgrims to conduct themselves properly in line with the teachings of Islam and be good ambassadors of Nigeria. He also asked them to pray for the country. Earlier in his welcome address, NAHCON chairman Alhaji Zikrullah Kulle Hassan thanked Allah and then appreciated President Muhammadu Buhari for his support to make the inauguration successful.
We also wish to express our deep gratitude to the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari GCFR, whose unflinching support paved way for the realization of this inaugural flight today. I equally congratulate the pilgrims, many of whom must have been waiting for years to witness this day, when they will be airlifted to Saudi Arabia to perform Hajj. Indeed, today is a memorable day because all the plans that have been put on ground for the smooth take-off of the 2023 Hajj has not been in vain.
The NAHCON Chief Executive Officer said the Commission, in collaboration with all stakeholders, were able to surmount many challenges, including the one caused by the crisis in Sudan.
This year, the Commission had been confronted with many challenges, which were thankfully managed with the support of sisters agencies and other stakeholders in the Hajj industry. We were able to negotiate a reasonable price for hotel accommodation in Mecca, knowing fully that numerous hotels have been demolished for futuristic development. Also, we have been able to maintain the standard in Medina, whereby our pilgrims are lodged in 5-star hotels within the prestigious Merkazia facility surrounding the Prophet Mosque. Thankfully, despite the unprecedented challenge caused by the closure of the Sudan airspace, hence forcing a route from Nigeria to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, we give glory to the Almighty Allah for leading us to a smooth resolution of the quagmire.
Alhaji Zikrullah further said all the necessary facilities have been put in place for the comfort of Nigerian pilgrims throughout the Hajj period. The Emir of Lafia, Alhaji Sidi Bagir Muhammad, who represented Nasarawa State Governor Engineer Abdullah Sule at the occasion, said commencing the airlift with pilgrims from Nasarawa State is great honor to the state, saying that the state contingent will set examples for other states.
On behalf of His Excellency the Governor and the good people of Nasarawa State, we want to extend our sincere thanks to the Hajj Commission for giving us the opportunity to be the first in line for this year's pilgrimage. Thank you very much for all that you're doing to the state and to our people.
He applauded NAHCON and congratulated the pilgrims on the occasion. Similarly, His Eminence the Sultan of Sokoto Alhaji Saad Abubakar, who was represented by the Secretary General Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs, Professor Isaac Oloyede, congratulated pilgrims performing the Hajj and urged officials not to relent in serving pilgrims diligently.
To my brother, the chairman of the Hajj Commission, given your antecedents, given the Nigerian situation, we expect nothing but the best from you. May Almighty Allah guide you. So also for all the commissioners and other staff of the board. To the judge, you are representing not only Nigeria, you are representing primarily Islam. And whatever you do will reflect on the perception of not only Nigerians, but also Islam.
There were goodwill messages from the chairman, Senate Committee on Foreign Affairs, Senator Adamu Bulkachwa, Saudi Ambassador to Nigeria Faisal bin Ibrahim Al-Ghamdi, and the representative of the Nigerian Christian Pilgrims Commission.
انطلاقا من متانة العلاقات بين حكومة المملكة العربية السعودية وجمهورية نيجيريا الاتحادية، فقد تحصلت جمهورية نيجيريا الاتحادية على كامل حصتها في هذا العام، بالإضافة إلى التعاون في مجال تأهيل العاملين لخدمة حجاج بيت الله الحرام قبل قدومهم إلى المشاعر المقدسة.
At the end of the ceremony, dignitaries met with pilgrims at the departure hall to say their goodbyes. The pilgrims, particularly first-timers, had, before their departure, expressed satisfaction with the preparations, thanking Allah for making it possible for them to witness this day in their lifetime.
Farin cikin da nake yi, kusan in ce tun da aka haife ni ma ban taba farin ciki irin na yau ba. Saboda haka kuma ina addu'a kowane musulmi dan uwana ina mashi fata ya sami kanshi a cikin irin wannan farin cikin da nake yi.
I'm very excited. If I will show you my Facebook wall, you will see what I already wrote by now. So it's a memorable occasion for me and I can't forget it. And I'm so excited from the arrangement, how we are conveying. There's not any hitch problem.
Farin cikin da nake ji a yanzu tun da Allah ya ni a duniya ban taba jirin sa ba. Saboda ina farin ciki, ina matukar farin ciki saboda zan je in ga garin masoyina Annabi Muhammadu.
The inaugural flight marked the commencement of airlift operations in other departure centers across the country.
لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك.
Masha Allah. Coming up next is making the Hajj. Tonight, Imam Al-Hassan Yaqub takes us through discussions on the significance of visiting Medina. Let's hear him.
لبيك لبيك اللهم لبيك 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 اللهم لبيك.
While on pilgrimage, pilgrims visit Medina either before performing the Hajj or after. What then is the significance of visiting Medina? What places are recommended for pilgrims to visit?
The Masjid al-Nabawi, about 300 meters.
On making the Hajj tonight, Imam Yaqub Al-Hassan answers these and other questions.
Medina is blessed, as we know, as the Prophet Ibrahim prayed for Mecca, Haram in Mecca, for blessings and for sacredness. The same thing the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, prayed for Medina for blessings and spiritual inclination.
The first place to visit while in Medina is the Prophet Masjid or Haram.
It is recommended for him upon entering the Masjid al-Nabawi to pray 2 raka'ats of Nafila, Tahiyatul Masjid. Particularly, it is recommended that he should observe the 2 Nawafil in a place called Ar-Rawda. Ar-Rawda is the place, the garden between, or a place between the house or the grave of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam now to his pulpit, mimbar. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said is a garden of Al-Jannah. The similitude of praying there. And so if one is not able to perform his 2 nawafil in Rawda, then he can do it anywhere within the mosque.
After the 2 rakat prayer, pilgrims can offer supplications.
And after the prayer, you are expected to make your dua. You pray for yourself, for your family, for your country, for the generality of the Muslim Ummah. In fact, the humanity. You are expected to pray for peace in the world and stability therein. Because it's a place where, reception of du'as are expected.
What is the benefit of observing prayers in the Prophet Masjid?
There are so much reward, as the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, performing prayer in my mosque is equivalent to 1,000 of the similar prayer in another mosque, except in the Masjid al-Haram. So 2 rak'ats you perform in the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, or salatul fard, any prayer that you observe in the Masjid al-Nabawi, the Prophet mosque in Medina, is equivalent to 1,000 prayer anywhere in the world apart from Masjid al-Haram, which is 100 times more than anywhere.
Similarly, pilgrims are expected to offer salutations to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and his companions, namely Abu Bakr Siddiq and Umar Farooq, who were buried close to his grave. There is also the visit of Baqiyya Cemetery, Shuhada al-Uhud, and Masjid al-Quba.
Masjid al-Quba was established even before the establishment of the Prophet mosque in Medina. So it is rewardable. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, the reward a pilgrim or a visitor or one will get by performing 2 rak'ats in Masjid al-Quba is equivalent to the reward of performing Umrah.
Imam al-Hassan said pilgrims can visit other historical places in Medina, such as Masjid al-Qiblatain, Ghamama, and Sabah al-Masjid. He then called on pilgrims to respect Medina as the city of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
Alhamdulillah, wishing pilgrims Hajj Mabrur. But before we round off the program, let's hear greetings from pilgrims to their loved ones.
Ina gaida yaro na babban ɗana wani isamun kuɗi na shine Ismail, Allah ya mai albarka. Da Umar ina na a garin Kaduna, Allah ya mai albarka. Da Musa ina na a garin Bauchi na karatu, Allah ya mai albarka.
I would like to greet my husband, Mr. Jibril Ahmed, and my mom, Hajja Bilkisu Shuaib Madaki.
Na farko akwai iyalaina wanda suna nan a Nasarawa Egon, wanda da uwar gida da kuma abokiyar zamanta da kuma yaransu, ina musu sallama kuma da fatan Ubangiji madaukakin sarki ya sa mu gabatar da wannan ibada lami lafiya.
Once again, Hajj Mabrur. This is where we draw the curtain on today's program. See you same time next week with another edition of the program. But before we go, remember that you can send your messages, comments, observations, and questions through our mobile phone number and other social media platforms. Thanks for watching. Ma'assalam.
لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا